cause ama baby also the to the Ablikubanov constituency 2024 by quarter year who sem PM 2025 imu say Ablikubadia Akamuno electoral commission they betu just say was say rerun to the biom with 19 police station be say basabasa be course ntino hode na also to the biom the NPP saying say enya de omobe run for any rerun bia because omo candidate ni ewi ni dada omo de court high court in conjunction be omo beso omo to jumedi no so it has been dismissed this afternoon this morning rather na omo abo asem negu Eban say ya wafutu be say for the party because NDC do so mujrem the tiso dogo bi ko na abe
I don't make no question on make me talk on them because they are against MP. No, some of them can say in the NPP demo. It didn't. What I say because you election dynamics for nothing. No calling election NDC are winning big player. Some you already own your majority. Now that better service for and some I buy because say for nothing. Put on we see come we are let us who can this why are they? Maybe another man has against NPP. Don't I say? Go for future months and something. Another man against NPP. One here so how also some
Kwabena Dubois
96
Dubois in America. We got NPP. There's so many things that will go your friends are would to me against NPP. It's a whole package. I also have a package. Most likely we will lose. Right here, very simple. Most likely we will lose. Now, maybe me say, electoral commissioner say, my quality results, no. I got three constituencies. And I call to say, I won't call in them. The people who do more security, no more call in them. No security number. Now, what land didn't hear about it? And hear me who may have to buy it. Now, electoral commission, only authorities or no other say the electoral banning won't do that authority. And the this circumstance, so better to be let us a court naka, and no, or you do good. On one casa new authority, so we can say they can go to only that
96.7 FM. Why?
It is called a casa, then them quality, which ever have to let it. Maybe that is a whole check out. But the records are never. The never is incompetent. So I got to about 7 months. No, but one
thing so they say is it no also quite to say when the any party be our power be no feel say the EC is for him. It's not say because you say it's independent body. It's adena and obi say na nya before na the EC be adena also say the EC the juma no ye no kra no so any never be or no should come again because what matter say say don't get say the EC and the chairperson the deputies should go into because of that no and no na EC na ye turn back our mabeka say this and raises so many suspicions.
Well, Mama didn't want but you still think they can is in order. It's incompetent. Whether we are appointed another way appointed.
It's not also about this on Kwana.
0.7 FM.
Yes. Because what you mean control? Last 7 months, what you mean is abandoned what you man is saying? Maybe it's impossible. It is all you shouldn't be there. So, you shouldn't be there. 7 months, don't resolve this issue. Now, see, 3 constituencies. Yeah, got a man on the quality in them. About 4 by gradually. So, by the train now, Oka apartment now, Coca Trino. Listen, it is a yana, but the easy, I'm going to join it on the decided there. You have to another yen too. What you man say, oh no, but then I organize a balloting. No, you don't have any authority more than that. You know, organize the balloting. And so, organize it. That be the Anguilla. One of our cultures got to say, about any credibility because it's anything. I got evidence into no more getting I'm Zampa. You can hear the crowd. I got to make us once I'm trouble. And one guy is in the wood drink or can't chunk of water. We'll start to abandon. Where does it happen? Well, that's starting with nothing. That's the problem. They don't know their work. EC does not have any authority to call for reballot voters. Only the court do. And I'm okay. And Sana is not going to do.
Doc, yeah, share statistics way. Yeah, 2024 abani no. Per what the NPP saying is collection sheeter ne kuta o man say pink sheeter ne kuta o no. The woman na friend naekuya owusu free no of the NPP ninya 34,613. Ana NDC ni no ojira ye a friend na urabna obin no enya 34,199. International hema MPP ni nukra lead woman no 414 vote difference. Enti adena say yes yenko runner with 19 police station because per what you are saying na ka 3 pe they say e be a problem or hunting no yeah no they no be count na who become the winner. Enti adena womo contest womo be some part.
You what the so can you have that as last no now, I don't have that as I win it. Now I was a tanko, you chop out in the Mutanko. I want to say that much massage. Election dynamics are very different because they were incumbents. It's the NDC are winning big. More of majority. Who wants to join the minority? What I say? Incumbency advantage, and it's a revenge saying minority disadvantage is playing out very, very, very much. They shouldn't say, who are winning up to town? And then, the times before now is different from today. Completely different. If you can be about Ghana, you win. And one on your bomb, the one, that's an empty. But your one. What was all to come out? What to become empty? Now, there one man and your bomb, the NDC for another NPP. NPP won't come around and know them. Yachu, one man. Tell me now, I don't call you chanting you. That's in you. And there was. What I say. The two radio or the girl confusion one the car, and I do not go you say, and then Japati, and I say, what do you think? When conformity the talk of drama, NPV, studied.
I don't think I want to. Is it because that's the reason why it's here? MPP forum person on part of the election, Nana.
Yes, exactly so, yes. Because I'm a trouble at a different time. And as you say, I won't process is going to be in a different time. The dynamics in the same. Results is very different. The MPP got to lose coaching, I'm telling you. No more control banning beams there. But so almost woman no wa juma and the people love say near DNG no and they na aban MPP aban no so ye juma. Yeah, no can dey cast mo. Candidate yes, but the prevailing situation in the country and also and then this time no crowd carry more weight than specific constituency. Yes, I say. It will be a culture the same situation and then of it. And then some person go to be.
It is more advice be on this one now. Advice is would you suppose more boycott election and as always na ebia democracy aye ka wan seme ntumi nya adwuma
7 FM.
Democracy na na ewu no na ntumi no se. E na na ewu. Electoral commission wa organize election. Wa kan aba no ko bona ni bana ko to wale. Mo ko tira wa sala ya to abana you. Na wo kan na ya asem. Na wo kan ko kan ni ye ne ko ka so na. We dey ta ko TV. Said it. As a zama mi can ya do. Who are top energy? Who are to have energy? Who are can also think what can you come in something? Now, court is kind term now of declare. Oh, by something I call into you don't have that authority. Another kind of higher theater to about it. Is that what you do? You only say trouble. Alice.
Dog, your voice way now, maybe some question be wrong.
Now, one on the Ablikuma, your party is saying they are trying to boycott the election. Is this something
we believe that first and foremost for the EC to change its mind. Because the last time we were in the chamber, they told us we were going to collect, we were only waiting for policemen to come and help them guard the place. That's what they've been asking for. We don't know what has changed, that they say we should go and do another election in some few polling stations. But you see, the NDC have to be very careful. They have to be very careful. Because they have 183. What at all do they want to do with just one? Are they behaving like David in the Bible, who has so many wives and concubines and still wanted the wife of his commander? The only one wife of it. What at all do they want to do with just one? Are they behaving like David in the Bible? They have to be very careful. Because they have 183. What at all do they want to do with just one?
All right. Doctor, Otemeka.
So, how can you take it?
All right. Let me repeat it for you. Let me repeat it for you.
They have to be very careful. They have
so you say
because they have 183. Are they behaving like David in the Bible?
All right. So this one is from the former Western Regional Minister, and who also doubles as the Member of Parliament for Takoradi constituency, Dr. Kwabena Agyarko. And for his assertion, he says, the NDC should be careful because more 183. One seat, one seat now, MDC 4%. One would just a seat, no, change on Beso Mojibeka or Modia no. And then on Beso, until Kotu said David or Mabibri, no Koji, ne, Munamuni Bible, Muntino. Yes, the question is, we don't cado, yes, I can MDC for Nyama because more 183 or more 88. They say, so grab a question.
Well, a classroom, a classroom. But we can't want to still be behind the Tabia. No, Coco, Yamana. But
dog, I had a sort of Ghana for a fair deal. Yeah, 2020, there were some seats that were caught. Because Osha that will sit there. Nanado came out to say they will go to court and claim all the seat.
Greedy,
sometimes the NDC almost say they were in this country. It's normal kind. The other day, their deputy general secretary, Mustafa Bandi, came out to say, Sikawia na Akosono. Most of the MPs now appointment near there, this cano. Almost about 26 of them. All my children and I jaba election baby. So
I don't the democracy is sanity. Don't just cry or theatre. When you have not by election about only another. A bunch of most like you will lose. Because there's Uncle Toma would one year channel on only party. So this is what is sad about the whole thing. And the NDC follow, they should be a little bit magnanimous and you still want to learn the majority. Besides the TV Macau, but I am majority can so cry. And the mamma is the most in this, and my baby and besides to bring her. So, but
I'm not maybe I answer no dog is this as a payback be as a Bob Mafia and Tibusuba Bob Mafia is that what we are saying?
Oh, the parties and it's all in the we are there and your papa. I think that's all you're going to there be it's all compass a mama. And one thing I would mean to run on every body and not abandon to
6.7 FM.
What do you look at that? So you almost uncorrect demonstration. Now, they will make me a Bashomo. Normally, who are some among can you no more almost all naked Monko boy. And I boy now by a friend police. I want to go to showing for indecent exposure and a public nudity. So that is wrong to me. Don't mind them. I want to hear. I dare so why are there bonnet is one year to Kenya? 1 year some baby a Japan deal. At the end, oh, ECG. And then when you won't come on to my young some sooner so that that's the problem. That is a pattern and Korea. Or no, who is ready with you. Yes, need but on the phone and everything. Who give me any contract on yet? And to more people want to be a who? To be a who am a cat. The chance of moon does come and I'll go in Masra. And I will be up by 96.7 billion. Dana too, and a down. And a down. I'm moving to Yamma to do younger or 2 years ago, and a down.
Sabu. Original chairman.
Now we are chairman, but not just a gun and pump in the Volcano. Now stolen cars out of. Yes, sir. Stolen cars out of. I can fire be a which up a new wisdom. In terms of car, I didn't even agree to the free initial. It's a woman going out.
Big FM.
To be happy. Yeah, no.
Yeah, suspended Chief Justice, and so Adwane Ato ECOWAS court. Na and seven who say?
To one drawing a Uncle but that lazy
but that's I don't know who say dog I say who say in Percy Nasem.
Oh yes, when a new who will be on Vassam because I just say charges were diabolical too. There are other things we want to say about and it is a trouble. And the nature is a cochino. What is a Kulu apostle? What is a
Kululu no say better for it say then
contract or the man I'll put your marking no car want. Which is the contract or the man I'll put your marking. 96.7. No call about that. Yeah, so. Are
you part of the NPP or you are out?
Anyway,
because that man justice report could do no catch say a penny for a woman. Bibinti one more free party no more be free mu nyina ama mwasan back na matumi age power in 2028.
And we are going to back. Na so I come here kunto ko na back we bad. You can know so it was na question. Oh so you share ni skills you do. People party no ko
96.7 Why
members you will be able to be so to me to be a carry. Another buy some of the years I want to kill. Never Tiana. Never desire a pet like that. Because I buy into a party no. As I buy who are buying your part all the way. There is some strong. To say, in company, we are buying, but was be any of so. But Musa, no one because I have a situation. When she can some corner will be a pen, will be a winner, we are not a far. We know that.
because the way normal car no almost say Allah no nyina ne penifo bia o mo nyina fifiri nyina because se ntokwa ne ba se penifo na betumi abeka e no ba beka sa enti no and I don't know wo mo ana mo hwe na party no nyina ne naso but as a move free
and I did I want to say that I so we turn and comprehend the so now can be entia sama sana se there by you say by national party we here the area will be a person of presidential candidate and the area can get the interview. Yes, you can go and be a presidential candidate. Yes, you can go. So, but and one will be again to cast and be of you. To the Kwa and Ekosa, the was to Janai.
It's a say no, a never said down to a party the master speak. Still, I never tensions were high.
Oh, yes, I think so. Yes, it'll be as high as before. So be high. You know, I say, come on, people. I just supported the situation on any papa in some doors. So, when we are a common, I'm a chap and every part, no, a pacho. No idea. The Brazil, a planning natural organization. Now you content on your elections. There was the party.
Big 90.
And to monk out some you see the party in the Mahama, you moving. So, now some my pattern. Akufo Addo to pattern do. Akufo Addo to do. So, say,
no, go say Akufo.
Yes. Akufo not service secretary advantage. It is a don't come here another. They are familiar, they can't say they are incompetent. So, to be a vendor, a man millions are going to cut to have. I'll go for free. It's a cost was, and you say you lose here, Capecoso.
Sir Kobase, the almost see any done former buffer stock, director of those Mukofano, Honorable Kofijuma, one also Kofijuma Casa, Wolfie Giro, Sir Genesis Kai, 890, said they were not offer, one also a finance, say one farmer, one money a day, invited, Yoko won't to meet the any idea. Sanema Winano, would the NDC use those things in 2020 against the NPP?
Oh, and it's what they don't have to use it, though. And then they are, you know. They are some for and they use against NPP. What they say. Now, they are also my mother want to be intimate. Only I want to they want to be national service in now. Now, last time my NPP were big, NDC were big, you know. And yeah, people for the catch up from Monkomam go to Abana and want to my own. Or more than an uncle. No, to my NDC, so I wanted to mount. I don't want to do one. Maybe now go to them, maybe I want to Modaka. You wouldn't go my government by on governor. Now, why go now? Kanzano? A copy of Buchin Oka, and I saw the ultimate Oka. Yes, you and Costa Secretary and Costa Ponia Trawa, Yamamu Kwanzamonian, say, 96.7. Sir. You could ultimate in your party and everything. That's everything.
Honorable Niba, or my Wamu say, Wamu Bijina, Ore Irabrana Champo, Dr. Mahamadu Bawumia, Kennedy Agyapong, Kweku Agyarko, you said the chum, and a beer almost which almost a person Mubano. Woman, you know, say almost fit, he said, Wamu to me, departed in him.
Oh, there's only people almost 50 so much to the department. Then one sound of Hoya, I don't know about edition. I want to call a losing terribly potential. And the Indian office all home because they say this is about them. There are so many other people who share some of your party and some of our presidential elections, some. So, there will be the whole party, you be prepared and tell them, oh,
Big 96.
Didn't get them on a party chair. Deputy party chairman, so. On the rest of you, no problem, and the rest of you. Only authorities to control anybody in the party hierarchy. What I said. That's what I want both. I will say we have the mind. It's a more than 1 man. I mean, if you say, me say, what be any organization be a more constitution be a constitution, a constitution, and say you amending or sort of say, make no amending constitution. NPP go any amendment process be any constitution. You have the men, I'm not doing the constitution. Any 23rd constitution won't be done. Because the process is going to the amendment in the past, not on board, because there's no provision for it. And so say, because you have one our party. And I say, that's why we can stand up for it. And I said, 30 people in the way, and traffic. So how do you know how you have amended it? How are you going to amend a constitution when there is no provision for amendment? And some Ghana, so we are doing it. The whole problem to Mona, court you win hands down. There is no provision in the constitution for amendment. It has a fair oversight. Only if you want to. No one drew one thing go down and say, neck for one amount start to me. Tell you, that's just to say, like I said, I'm not National Congress, delegate, I'm not Congress, no go a bit money. One cousin a bit money. Say, amendment process, you don't want that. And I go in, I will share, maybe the between says in the table. I'm trying to open the constitution. So, all the mom can get, or my men, the one I'm cat and one can. Which is I'm going at the one constitution round into the here. There are the Mutu that didn't want. Oh, 24 Mutu and Mundin, not neck, no tomorrow, no, so there is no amendment process in the constitution. More money share this all the time. More Uda. That there is no amendment process. Oh, really? You have the men,
Electoral Commission.
Yeah. I think that Obia's message said she doesn't know why they haven't sacked the woman. They haven't sacked her, but they will sack her. Why? Don't worry.
So of course, they kind of men cast. Men say all these things are happening because we live in a country where people don't take responsibility for their actions. Because in any serious democratic dispensation, these jokers sitting at Electoral Commission will not be parading themselves, masquerading around the streets of this country, calling themselves commissioners. Because for me, all of them have crossed their Rubicon. Rubicon also not cross.
You will tree speaking.
They say cross Rubicon, and there is no way over back. So they are done. Their positions have become untenable.
I see.
And because those who of incompetence as Akufo a display Kroma and Ghana for na democracy mature to a certain level. I'm telling you, Ghana and Sudan can no difference be any. Ghana ne Cote d'Ivoire na omuku omohonanka difference be any. But Ghana for na etoda, despite the political differences in for no, we still value yankasa ye hon kwan fa so ye nema. Is the reason why we are here.
Yeah.
Electoral Commission, you see, people are talking about rerun. People are talking about polling station, recount, and then as for the major part of it, where the Electoral Commission will take responsibility for what they have done. No, because Sadana, Mrs. Taisi, can so go back to 2020 elections. Go and look at series of mistakes. Basic mistake. Electoral commissioners. They never, nobody penalized them for any of them. Fast forward 2024 elections. You declare election, we know Electoral Commission across the ballot box about cry. Now the soldier for Kucha declare. So there were sheer contradictions from almost all the declaration of Moye at the constituency, which the law says it must be done and declared at the constituency. No? The Electoral Commission came to Accra, violated the laws of electoral process, then redeclared different people as at the time, I was expecting that somebody would challenge the competence of these jokers sitting there as commissioners. But nobody questioned, you understand? The last time I catch Donald Trump, Abra and Kobe Kwaku assassination, the head of secret service, your friend Kimberly Chittle, not only baby close to baby, I didn't know it happened yet, but because the ultimate responsibility rested with the head, you know, she appeared before Senate. And I'm now to the extent the woman had no other option than to tender in her resignation to your friend, the president, or resign.
Yeah.
That is where people take ultimate responsibility. We sat in this country, this Mensa woman, through a letter, it could try a significant part of voter region from a constituency. These people sat there for 4 good years without a representation. And settled this particular injustice that was done. For 4 good years. They got away with it, and for the political class, it was normal because at the time, no, a favor amount for, and the electoral commission. Bossman Asare Kwatina Parliament, Kachire, we are seeing in our say they had 3 areas. Omokwako Kanto left your declared results. No, don't forget the results had already been declared. Ama yenya winner.
Yeah.
And the electoral commission now send between no kasa akatre. And then the same commission is catch and say Omokwako run our 12 polling, 19 polling station. Are these people not jokers? Are these people not jokers? And these jokers should not be given power to be toying with state institutions like the Electoral Commission. Because my culture, as you see, when you look around Africa, there are a lot of graveyards account all because of electoral violence and electoral misunderstanding arising from some of these, your friend is saying, basic errors commissions and institutions. We've seen belligerence, intransigence on the part of the Electoral Commissioner. The ordinary people, actors, the stakeholders, like the NDC NPP are all critical stakeholders in our electoral enterprise. There have been a series of engagement. They never listen. I know the day. Electoral Commission is run. But the most important question, and I the sister Ebisa is Electoral Commission, my Electoral Commission who can say, Yakoto Abana say, your friend say, you pink sheeter. Electoral Commissioner to me declares run. There is no law. So Electoral Commissioner boom raso obia yin anima na boom raso no is the same arena and consistently they are trampling on the laws of the land with impunity. They don't respect anybody because some of these things could have been resolved through an IPAC engagement with the stakeholders. NDC MPP, they are the critical stakeholders or more be at hand. And any other IPAC by so whatever it is, you engage these critical stakeholders and explain to them, say, because of A, B, C, D, this is that decision that we've taken as a commission. Monsono, your input, you understand? But you bypass these institutions, then you flout the law with impunity. At the end of the day, do you want people to take you serious? So for me, I think that you see, we are here because the Electoral Commission is so incompetent and the remnant of Akufo Addo we begin to ask ourselves, how on earth Kwabena Agyapong commissioners? Because, come on, Mensa from day one clearly shows she's an incompetent person. Bossman Asare and people are even calling for their head. And for me, I think that you see, there are thousands of reasons I will be petition for the removal of these jokers parading themselves as easy because continuously, they are not only endangering our democracy, but the young people, our lives are on the line because in the days ahead, they might be taking decisions. I know the day in Ghana before boom, and we must not sit down and watch some of these things. For instance, voter regions are if that's around a panel be say Bantuma Kumase, you 12 free moment for 4 good years. I do think people have peace in this country. And if these people have declared a tendency to do that nonsense at the place, then the probability that they can replicate same somewhere is high. I think we must begin to call the heads of these jokers and push them out of the Electoral Commission. I am not saying this because government has changed. Because these people have displayed incompetence. And for me, that is enough reason. Baby, I'm more declare say young quiet run. The question is, abaton na yakoto no pink sheet no hefa. Sa pink sheet no yama no mo de command. Again, papa no mo de command. But the Electoral Commissioner yamano all the resources in the country to conduct the election, cannot tell us the whereabouts of pink sheet, which is the essential document. The question is, what is your competence? And it's the same as the Donald Trump situation, and the woman should resign. The Electoral Commission cannot tell us, you pink seat, and that should be the reason why I inquire elections. Who is going to finance it?
But beyond the Electoral Commission, and this NPP position of Mukoko taking somebody is it the right call?
Oh, yes. Maybe NPP, definitely that is what I do, because the question is that you act the legal basis for the rerun. You what I say? Yeah. The legal basis for the rerun, because say court and a more home just to ensure you declare way. So based on what, because you see, other way are very dangerous to the sense says you allow Electoral Commission to do this rerun. Do you know what is going to happen in the future? A constituency a political party be presidential election will win convincingly. Electoral Commission will catch us a pink seat and that area and the whole region may have impact on the offense and the electoral prospect. So some of these things are you magnify it as a reasonable, sensible person to put a perspective on it. And 19 constituencies or China, a bit the whole region, because Otimi Ayan and Nana Jetuma, Yabaka Barrier, you have presidential election, Electoral Commission Abakacho say Asante region, the whole Asante region, pink seat naira, will you be happy in this country? So I don't know more, very dangerous. It's the reason why I support this particular court action. But you see, whether it will hold or not, and that is another thing, because almost they are performing a constitutional duty and a recent ruling so person will stop a constitutional process that is emotional. You need a very reasonable justification to prove that indeed when the thing is done it will cause an irreparable damage. So I think we will leave that to the court to decide. But for me, I think that my focus is on the Electoral Commission. JB, you and I, we said they are incompetent bunch of individuals. It has nothing to do with the NDC MPP. These people, they will endanger the prospect of this country. And Omokasakra na West, Bosman Asare, Obiena no Obio Free University, but people thought he was bringing on board some ingenuity and wisdom. Okasa Sebiase Bibi, Ujun how went to see as Okwana school. Oh, how? Oh, yeah, now went to several times. NDC MPP are critical.
Yeah, you could even school there to say.
Oh, a seminar maker to the concha, but I say, Okasa boom, 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 boom. But this is a person who is supposed to be an intellectual. Okasa Yansa be him. And sa attitude, you know, and as how much of my attitude, you know, that Electoral Commission, Kasa boom, 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 Yansa be him. Or more way, you see, oh, yeah, they will be too far. You need to listen. Because Electoral Commission shall say they were going this ballistic and people started cautioning them, say, here we are today, Gabby. NDC Nanya majority of the seat, and they've decided to let some of the seats go. I'm telling you, sir, Aboase, Techimai, Bobo, Tema West, Lena Sephonum, and even that
is it
Tema West, Bibi Bright, yes, yes, and for me,
can create North,
Baba Way, Baba Sadiq, yes, and for me, I am very disappointed. The fact that we're winning more seats, you know, doesn't mean that we should let some of these things go, because Electoral Commission were already declared election, you know, were illegal, violating laws. But because I've gotten enough city, or China or the Bedu or the Diwa, there will be precedent to make reference to. You understand? So me, we need to be very serious and very frontal. Now you're making sure, say, the Electoral Commission, you know, are more demonstrating nothing but incompetence. They have demonstrated, said they are insincere. You cannot rely on them, and the state institution cannot be changing position in a space of months. You understand? And for me, that should be the concern. On the side of the MPP, for now, who's the MPP? Boom, Electoral Commission, Electoral Commission. Hey, 8 good years. Now, Attorney General who defended the Electoral Commission both on radio and TV, and you're complaining about the Electoral Commission for what? That is the insincerity on the part of these individuals. So some of us, our position have always been consistent. Say the Mensa and Incompetent, they have no knowledge about electoral process and then as a form. And they adopted those aggressive postures. Because the people they were dealing with. The NDC MPP, Macmenu, I said, these people have been part of the electoral process since 1992. You understand? So these are individuals, you can just trash their opinion just like that. You are the learner. Where is he also? But you are the one learning the process because these are institutions sitting in. So you collaborate with them. Baby and Nema want just to. Your friends are waiting me pay out one and Nema Bekoye, but they acquire 2020 elections as 2024 elections asem da bia meka say Ghana for should continue so mbebo Bawumia baso because 2024 elections no Sunday na ya sorry ya na tension kuki okroma say no say nya Bawumia na dimreka kogitum say wawe I'm telling you say nkan se mebesi okroma na nya adeketo because na electoral commission emfa ya fancy figures kura mbomu oba bia they were sitting at their office your fans are throwing funny justifications. Polling station, political party for AKBC, you have access to figures. What nonsense! But we bought these things in this country. You understand? So for me, I think the time has come. The Chief Justice issue no kwada. We should not stop saying Chief Justice issue about we should forget the Electoral Commission. No. Every single state institution that has demonstrated incompetence is the reason why we voted Akufo Addo government out because the guy just decided to start state institutions with individuals or more some alliances and allegiance to him. For me, this is a time, an opportunity for us to, sanitize these state institutions and ensure state institutions will once again become very effective, reliable, and Ghanaians can go to sleep when we are having an election, but not be putting these jokers in the sensitive position and to be fooling around in the name of exercising constitutional duty.
Well, Ivan, innocent, you say, Bosman Asare, or Kasati Sobi, or call evening school, and Aju school. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, you call Aju school, yeah, that's it.
Thanks for watching. Like and share the video. You can also drop your comment. Please don't forget to subscribe. Click on the bell to turn on the notification.